Hi, everyone. My name is Jeremiah Betts, and today's date is June 11th, 2021, and the password to this speech is elephants. For today's speech, I will be discussing how leadership styles affect employee productivity. To further understand how leaderships affect employee productivity, we have to take a look at the different types of leadership skills and styles that are implemented within the workplace. For starters, we have the autocratic style, which is a do as I say kind of mentality, where the leader is meeting with the employee and essentially telling them this is what they're going to be doing, this is going to be the end result, so there's no collaboration whatsoever. The authoritative style is more along the lines of a follow me kind of mentality, where the leader is going out to the employee and guiding them to follow their expectations and standards. The pace setting style is more of along the lines of do as I do. So essentially the leader is going out to the employee and guiding them to follow their expectations and standards, building up that collaboration horizon a little bit more. The democratic style opens up the collaboration much, much more, where it has a what do you think about this process activity kind of mindset. So the leader is going out to the employee, meeting with them, and asking for their advice and opinions on whatever problem or activity that they might be solving. The coaching style is where the leader is essentially meeting with the employee to solve any areas of concern that the employee might be experiencing and trying to teach them the ways of what their role is within that activity or company. The authoritative style is essentially not only the leader is meeting with the employee to guide them to be successful within their role within the company, but they're also meeting with them to build a relationship, building up this collaboration and this foundation where the leader and the employee can relate with one another. And lastly, we have the laissez-faire style, where essentially there's no authoritative figure and essentially there's no leadership whatsoever. So now that we know the different types of leadership styles, we can take a look at the average employee in the workplace so we can start connecting the dots. The first, we have the stable employee who enjoys stability. We also have the friend seeker who's very extroverted, outgoing. They're the person who's going out to team members and talking with them, relating with them. And then we also have the star performer. I consider myself a star performer employee, but nonetheless, this is the type of person who always has their eye on the ball and always exceeds the expectations. There's also the director, who is kind of a leader in themselves. Essentially, they like to influence and empower others. The free spirit is someone who enjoys autonomy and freedom, so they don't really like authority whatsoever. Then we also have the expert, who are the masters in the field. And again, they don't necessarily enjoy authority or guidance from others because they're a master within their field. And lastly, we have the creative, who they really enjoy creativity and innovation. So if we take a look at the average employee in the workplace, we can take a look, for example, the director. If we take a look at the director and go back to the different types of leadership styles, the best one that would mesh with the director would be, in my opinion, the laissez-faire style, because essentially this is giving them freedom to take control of everything and kind of be a leader in themselves. So as you can see, you can start meshing these different types of leadership styles to employees or the average employee. So now that we know how these kind of work together for the employee and leader, we can start taking a look at the bad leadership examples. For example, if there's no team chemistry, there's a high employee retaliation. There's no communication, there's broken communication channels between the employee and leader themselves. If there's a high employee turnover rate, this essentially destroys the entire organization, because where there's no employees, there's no business. And lastly, if the leader tends to micromanage, this typically leads to employees becoming reluctant to learn. And now some examples of good leadership. If there's honesty, integrity, and integrity, employees build trust. If there's confidence, employees also become confident. If they inspire others, employees become inspired. If there's commitment and passion that's being portrayed from the leader, employees also become passionate. So as you can see, whatever the leader is forcing on its employees, the employees will also portray that as well. Looking at my personal experience, I work in a place that has a very laissez-faire kind of leadership style, and that doesn't really mesh with me. And throughout the years, I've noticed that this has taken a toll on my professional experience within the workplace, and it's not something that I personally like. So my question to you is, what kind of employee are you, and what leadership style would you prefer? Thank you.